All right, everyone. Very, very disturbing story. This is October 23rd, 2012. I'm going to put the link below in the Show More section. Exclusive. Men saw a naked woman shortly before she was killed. And I want you to take note that in these type of demonic possessions, and that's what I believe is going on here, for whatever reason, these people remove all their clothing. And as with the Miami face eater, we come to find out later, after the fact, that he had a Bible and he was tearing out pages, scripture, uh, and they were found leading up to the crime scene. Let me bring you this story. Spring Hill. More information is emerging about the woman who was killed by off-duty law enforcement officers in Hernando County Saturday afternoon. The Hernando County Sheriff's Office said Hernando Detective Rocky Howard, 31, and Tampa Police Officer William Metzler, 26, were off duty and attending the gathering when the woman, who had been identified as Inga Marie Swanson, 42, showed up and approached them, acting irrationally. Deputies said Swanson left, then returned with a firearm a short while later. That's when investigators said the officers opened fire, killing the woman. Now, there's a lot more to the story, so stay with me here. Men encountered Swanson before the shooting. Now, two men who said they saw Swanson shortly before the deadly confrontation are coming forward, and they said they have photographs to prove it, as we've seen above. Exclusive cell phone pictures show Swanson walking in a wooded area in Spring Hill. Elward and Robert Collins said they ran into her shortly before she was shot Saturday. She was literally walking down the road straight at us, Collins said. So we pulled up alongside of her, and at that point I looked out the window, and I asked her, I said, "Are you all right?" And she said, "Yeah, but I'm a little bit confused." Collins said the woman then walked away into the wooded area, and they snapped the photos of her. They said they took the photos thinking that no one would believe them without photographic evidence that they had seen the woman. Now, a short time later, while the men were looking at a home, they said Swanson walked inside with a cross in her hands. She held the cross up and made a circle like this and said, "Antichrist, Antichrist, this meeting is over," Elward said. And as she did that, she stopped, turned around, and walked back. Collins said they never felt they were in danger from her. At no time did any of us ever feel threatened, and the only thing we ever saw in her hand was the cross, he said. Collins and Elward said that about 15 minutes later, Swanson was shot and killed. They said they feel awful for everyone involved. This is a tragedy, Elward said, and it really is. I had a friend that I was explaining this to, and she asked me why I didn't call the police right then and there. And as she said that, it occurred to me that I should have. I should have called the cops. I feel condolences for her family and for the officers as well, Collins said. The officer or officers that shot her or felt that they needed to, they're going to have to live with this for the rest of their lives. Now, what caused the officers to take deadly force? Woman's boyfriend, she thought the end times were near. David Simpson, who described himself as Swanson's boyfriend, said she was very religious and that she thought the end times were near. He said she had attended Bible study earlier in the week. Simpson said deputies found the cross that Collins and Elward said Swanson had been carrying inside his home after the shooting. Simpson said the investigators told him she had left the cross in his home and taken his antique gun. The gun is what Simpson said the off-duty officers saw her wielding when they opened fire. Simpson said the gun is very old, that it holds one bullet, and that it doesn't work. Simpson said deputies had him identify Swanson's body and the antique gun on Sunday. Deputies have not confirmed that Swanson was holding the antique gun at the time of the shooting. Very, very tragic story here. But what I want to remind everyone is, like I was talking about, there is another dimension, another realm. And You may not know it, you may not realize it, but there are angels. There are angels around us all the time. And just as there are angels around us at all times, coming in from one realm above us, there are demons that walk among the earth, and they are doing more today in these end days than they have in ever in history. And they're just looking for an opening, a way to come in and take over a person's body. And I believe this to be the case. Leave me your comments. Let me know, what do you think? Like I said, as with these other, what people on YouTube call zombie type apocalypse, these people are removing their clothes. The Miami Face Eater, he tore out pages of the Bible and threw them on the ground, leading to the crime scene. Tragic, tragic story. Leave me your comments, everyone. God bless.